Before we begin, I would like to give a huge thank you to EA Sports and to the EA Game Changers for making this series possible. Previously in this series, so this series has been a wild one. So as you see right here, of course in this series, we did start off by picking the Tennessee Titans, and this was the original Tennessee Titans team. A pretty good but young team, and defensively kind of the same. A mix of some young first round picks, some younger players, and some veterans, and throughout this series, this is how the team ended up. Got a pretty big improvement on the offensive line, got Big Ben at quarterback, some new wide receivers, and on the defensive side of things, had some improvements as well. We got a pretty big bolster in the secondary. We kept pretty much we got a pretty new linebacker core and a pretty new D-line as well, because we just had to do the dang thing and try to make the playoffs in this series. We ended off this season 10-6, which began our playoff run, which was last episode. We started off in the wild card round against the Miami Dolphins, down 16-9 in the fourth quarter, starting things off with a boom as we get a safety to make it a 5-point ball game. Now we have 2 minutes left to go to take the lead and advance into the next round. It's a 4th down and 12. Throw the football, and Kelvin Benjamin with one of the clutchest catches of this season. Now we hit the 2-minute warning at 28 yards to go. Dump the ball off to one of the newest players in the series, Kelvin Benjamin, to pick up the first down and bring the ball within the red zone. 3rd down and 2 from the 8-yard line. 8 yards away from making it to the divisional round. Big Ben is going to scramble. He's a slow guy, so we made sure we scrambled so he didn't fumble, but we're 3 yards away now, dudes. 3rd down and goal. 10 seconds remaining, and this is going to set up for a 4th down. And if we don't pick this up and score the touchdown, the season's over. The series is over, and obviously, since this episode's out, and you see the title that we're in the Super Bowl, obviously, we converted and end up getting the win over the Dolphins by 3 to advance into the AFC divisional round. A wild series, dudes, as we went from 3-5 all the way to the divisional round against our division rival Jacksonville Jaguars, who were 11-5 on the year. If you guys did watch last episode, you are familiar with why we're doing what we're doing. You guys keep in mind, if you are new to this series and this is the first episode you watch, I recorded this series at EA Play, and I literally had an hour and a half to record a whole entire season. So there's a lot of moments like this where I did have to simulate when I really didn't want to, but we did end up getting the win in the divisional round, 26-20 over the Jaguars, to propel us into the AFC Championship game against Big Ben's old team and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And keep in mind too, I'll only say it one time, because you guys didn't like me saying it last episode. At this point, I had to speed things up because I was supposed to be in a meeting with EA. And I'm sure they weren't happy with me that I was, not in the meeting at this time. But hey, sometimes you guys are a little bit more important. But most importantly, at this point, we are going to get a Super Bowl out of this series, as we do get a pretty big win over the Steelers in the AFC Championship game, 41-25. So with that said, as this is the series finale, we are going to be ending it off with the Super Bowl matchup against the reigning Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, who we did actually play earlier in the season, and we did get a win. The Eagles did beat the Redskins 23-21 in the NFC Championship game to get into the Super Bowl, but we are going to be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in today's episode to hopefully be able to finish what we started. And after all this, after the whole entire recording session, it would suck. It would freaking suck if we didn't actually get to win the Super Bowl. So with that said, it's time to bring the Tennessee Titans their first ever Super Bowl championship ring.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is RBT, and welcome to the series finale, and welcome to the Super Bowl between the Tennessee Titans and the Philadelphia Eagles. Guys, if you have enjoyed the series and did appreciate it and are looking forward to the first real Madden 19 franchise series on the channel, make sure to drop a big thumbs up, and let's see if we can break the series record number of likes, which I think is like 3,000. So let's see if we can break 3,000 likes for the final episode of the series, as hopefully we do win this Super Bowl. His first play, we have to throw the ball out of bounds, and things are about to get anticlimactic. We had a problem. We have a problem here. So if you guys remember last episode, I was complaining and talking about how I was having to hurry things up because I was supposed to be in a meeting. I was like 30 minutes late to a meeting and 30 minutes past my recording time because I was trying to finish the season. Well, they came and told me I had to leave and I had to go to the meeting. So this is how the series ends. Kind of awkward and kind of anticlimactic, but yeah, I couldn't finish the game, and I didn't even get to sim it. So the series ends here. I guess you just use your imagination to figure out how the rest of the series ends and to see if we win the Super Bowl or not. But that's gonna do it. Kind of awkward. Don't know what to say. But talk to you later. Dog, I'm just kidding. Let's do the dang thing. Back into our first drive of the ball game, 3rd down and 5, trying to move the chains. We find our reliable tight end, veteran Delaney Walker, who has been so good for us in this series, as we are trying to put up points on the first drive of this Super Bowl. 1st down and 10, we have a wide open receiver, Kelvin Benjamin, who that free safety made an awful angle, an awful attempt at tackling him. Gets the ball all the way into plus territory at the 34-yard line. So it's looking pretty good. Another 3rd down and short, 3rd down and 5, and making a quick audible. Looking for a receiver. We're going to take off. We have a ton of space to scramble, but Big Ben is so freaking slow. I seriously think a dead frog could have scrambled for that 1st down, but Big Ben didn't. So it sets up for a 4th down and 1. We are going to go for it. Made it this far. Why not gamble a little bit more? Derrick Henry breaks loose, runs over a man, breaks a tackle, and was just shy of having the touchdown of the season. That was probably the run of the season, but what a great play. But we are a yard shy of the touchdown. But Dion Lewis checks in and takes it into the end zone as he spikes the ball on the Philadelphia Eagle player's chest, as we do take a 7-0 lead in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, had to skip to the next key moment, and the Eagles did tie it up, but looking to hopefully put up more points and regain the lead right before the 2-minute warning before the first half. So 3rd down and 4 for Big Ben and the Tennessee Titans. We have an open receiver, that is veteran receiver Dez Bryant, who also has been a pretty big player for us this season. We signed him early on in the series and ended up being a big reason why we did make the playoffs. Picks up the 1st down. Now we have the ball at the 3-yard line, or the 3-yard line, the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, as that's not what you like to do when you're trying to score a touchdown. So go and hurry up right here. Why? I don't know, because we have plenty of time with only 5 seconds left, or 5 yards to go. 2nd down and goal. Big Ben is scrambling. Can't find a receiver. There's a wide open man. That's Jonnu Smith. Who that irritated me. That really irritated me. When I clicked the X button, I was trying to dive into the end zone. I wasn't trying to just fall. Since he fell on his own, that didn't count as a touchdown. And when we get tackled, we get sacked. So instead of Jonnu Smith just diving into the end zone, which could have easily been a 1st down, or a touchdown, easily been a touchdown, we get freaking called for holding. So instead of a touchdown, we have a 3rd down and goal from the 10. Don't know why the computer didn't just decline the penalty instead of a 4th down, but it's 3rd down and goal. 3rd and goal instead of the touchdown. But luckily, we have a smarter receiver, a smarter tight end in Delaney Walker, who runs up the field and scores the touchdown. So that's a big discrepancy right there, difference in between our 2 tight ends. One could have dove for a touchdown and just decided to fall at the one instead of diving. And then Delaney Walker scores a touchdown. So interesting. And things continue to be a little interesting. Trying to get some points before the half. We're up by 7 now. Dion Lewis, that was a little wild. A little wild of a play. Next play was even more wild. So things aren't looking too good. A massive hit right there from who I think that is Delaney Walker. So Delaney Walker doing everything for us, but we throw a pick. And unfortunately, we had to skip to the next key moment. And once again, they tied the ball game. Skipping to the next key moment. It is a 21-14 game, so we do have a 7-point lead. Once again, guys, if you are familiar or not familiar with the series and wondering why we are skipping to all the key moments, I hate saying it, but I had an hour to record a whole entire series at EA Play, and I was way past my time here, and I'm pretty sure they were getting mad at me at this point, but I still wanted to finish the series for you guys. But at this point, 4th down and goal, trying to hold the Eagles and trying to have a huge goal line stand here. Running the ball, Jay Ajayi is going nowhere, does not get a touchdown. Huge play from our defense as we do keep the lead going into the 4th quarter. Getting a little scared here because they're a yard away from getting a safety, but Derrick Henry gets a couple yards, doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that is a big play because that could have made it like a 5-point game, and we didn't do that. But now the Eagles have the ball, 3rd down and 5, a minute and 45 seconds left to go. Can we get another stop right here? And no, Jay Ajayi catches the slant pattern, runs right over Kevin Byard, and they tie the game. So, not going to lie, that kind of sucks, so I'm getting kind of scared here. A minute and 20 seconds left to go with a Super Bowl on the line, tie ball game, scrambling here with Big Ben. Remember how freaking slow he is, but he does pick up the first down. I was really scared. At this moment, I had like 5 or 6 people behind me watching me play the Super Bowl at EA Play, so I was kind of nervous, kind of scared, but I still wanted to do the dang thing for you guys. Trying to scramble again, Big Ben fumbles. He just fumbles. I mean, I just love it. I love it. A minute left to go and we fumble. So at this point, I'm like, dang, we very well might have just lost the Super Bowl. So thank God in the previous play, we held them to a -2 yard run. So it's now a 2nd and 12. They're not necessarily in field goal range yet. We have all 3 timeouts. In here, we force a massive sack as we do call our first timeout. Hopefully able to get the ball back if they don't pick up a freaking 3rd and 24. So we might somehow get another chance to score. Smart play call in there from the Eagles, 3rd and 24. Running the football in the Super Bowl when it's a tie game. Smart. So it all comes down to this. A whole entire season, a whole entire franchise, a whole entire series. 30 seconds left to be great, to make a play of a lifetime.
And I'm never changing who I am. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
So, that sucks just a little bit. That was my mistake. So, this very well might be an extremely awkward ending. As the Eagles scored a touchdown, as I just let them score because that was my only chance at getting back in the ball game and being able to go down the field and tie the game. Another pick. Well, I don't know what to say. I've never had anything like this happen before. So, all I know what to say is I'm sorry. So, we actually end up losing the Super Bowl 28-21. Not really used to this in all my series. We ended up winning the Super Bowl, but awkward, extremely awkward, and I actually felt like I let the people that was watching me, like behind me, down. Dumb decision from me. Probably just should have took it in overtime. To be completely honest, not gonna lie, and it's probably really awkward. Like I don't know if I should play my happy like outro music that I normally do because it's really upbeat. But like we just lost. But I'm probably still playing it in the background. But I don't know. I don't know what else to do. But like I didn't want to go to overtime because I genuinely needed to hurry up and finish what I was doing and finish recording. So I was trying to do what I could do and try to make a big play happen and to finish the game without going into overtime. But looking back, like that was bad. Like I probably should have just no matter I was this late, I took this long to finish the series. I should have just went ahead and went into overtime. But yeah, so awkward ending. And I'm sorry, but regardless, hopefully you guys still did enjoy this series. I mean, I know we ended up losing the Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, still a dope opportunity to record it and have a whole entire franchise series uploaded on the channel and completed before, a month and a half before Madden 19 was out. So once again, thanks EA so much for making this series possible. And regardless that we did lose, hopefully you guys still did find this series enjoyable. And I want you guys to go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. Be thinking of what team you want me to start my first full real Madden 19 franchise series with when the game actually does come out. But with that said, guys, for the last time on this series, that's going to do it. Be sure to subscribe for more Madden 19 content on the channel. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless and peace.